Turn this on. There we go. All right, guys, welcome back. All right, guys, welcome back. We're going to finish up this Tres Leches from yesterday. I'll go ahead and read a couple of comments. Bay City says, yo, what's up, everyone? Ski says, hello, tap it in from the pillow. Hell yeah, Miss Bay City says, welcome to Mrs. Bay City. On this channel, you'll find cannabis cooking reviews and how-tos. She's a roller, grower, and cannabis chef, so hit the like button and subscribe for 420 friendly content. He says, fancy people always arrange late, as you do. All right, well, yeah, welcome in. I'm going to go ahead and get started on some of the prep real quick before we finish up the cake. I need to crush some cookies and clean some strawberries out. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I use to clean the strawberries. It's going to be this mix right here. Fit Organic Fruit and Vegetable Wash. I use the colander. So the colander, I like it because you can just kind of pop it in and out like that. Just like that. And the strawberries. Those in there. I'll go ahead and fill this up with the water and this part. And this is going to be the better half tres leches. So this one is going to be half strawberry and half cookies and cream. I also have some avocado oil that we started infusing yesterday. Well, we decarbed it. So we decarbed the bud. And then today we're going to actually infuse the oil. So let's take a look at that. I'm just filling up the water right now for the bath for the strawberries. I'm going to fill this up probably a little more than halfway. And then put about half a capful of that mix in here. And you'll see it get a little cloudy. Let's get our water. Get about half a capful there. Then I'm going to go ahead and take this. And it looks like I can use a little bit more water, so I'm going to go add a little bit more. I'm going to fill it up all the way to the top, and then I'm going to put a piece of plastic on it, so that way it'll clean the strawberries really, really well. I won't be exposed to anything. All right, this is looking good. All right, so now we have the strawberries getting cleaned. Let me go ahead and grab some plastic wrap. I'm going to put it on the top of that just to make sure the strawberries are completely submerged. Oh, this plastic is so difficult. Here we go. I'll go ahead and just make sure all of it is completely covered. There we go. And this is going to sit for maybe 10 minutes or so. And I'll show you what the water looks like afterwards. But yeah, it looks like it's all in there. And again, it's this right here, this Fit Organic Vegetable Wash. So I'm going to let that sit. That way you guys can see it right there. That's going to sit for a little bit. I already prepped most of this right here. Yeah. And this is what I'm going to use to mix it. All right, perfect. Let me go ahead and grab the cookies. We're going to need the rest of the Oreo cookies. crush a little bit more. I think from yesterday we had enough to do our topping, but we're going to be using these. This is going to be the gluten-free Oreos. Boom, boom, boom. Go ahead and grab some gloves. We're going to do the double bag method again. Well, let me grab these two Ziploc bags. I'm going to crush just a little bit more Oreos in there. I want to make sure I have enough for the middle. Yeah, this looks like enough for the top, but I definitely need some more for the middle. So go ahead and grab the thing I used yesterday was this knife sharpener. I'm going to use this to smash these Oreos. All right, so we're going to let that sit. We'll put that to the side over here. Get these cookies. Brian Geno, D. Halter, what's up? What's up? Welcome in, welcome in. All right, so we're gonna need a few for the top. I think I'll probably put like 1, 2. That one's kind of broken. So these are the ones I take out, and for sure I'll crush these. Put that in here. Oh, these look good. I need to try to leave some because I'm gonna put some on the top of our cake. I want to make sure I get all the crushed or broken ones out first, like these. Yeah, see how it's broken right there? I want to make sure I get all of those. That way only the nice ones are on the top. Oh, no app. Oh, skip Want a that. Custom workout plan? I'm in the wrong thing over there. There we go. Dun, dun. Yeah, all of these look pretty good. Yeah, none of them are broken. Oh yeah, that one's broken on the side. All right, yeah, we'll just grab a couple of these. We'll do a few more crushed. Close this. That's what I'm going to use to put on the top of the shooters. We're also going to make some Tres Leches shooters, and I'm going to make 2 of the better half Tres Leches cakes. All right, so I'm going to put it in the first bag here, and then I'm going to get a second bag. We're going to take our knife thing. Let's open it up. I'm just going to add this to the bag that I already made. This one already has some crushed Oreos in here. Go ahead and open this up. And go ahead and transfer the rest of that in there. There we go. And I do a few different flavors. I think I'm going to play around and try to do like some kind of caramel or like well, yeah, maybe like a caramel version of a tres leches or like a flan tres leches, something like that. I've done a chocolate dream, a coffee, a peach, banana nut. Banana nut was a pretty good one. That one was a pretty popular one. All right, cool. So I have my crushed cookies now. For the most part, they're pretty. There we go. Pretty well crushed. Nice. All right, so there's my crushed cookies. Go ahead and get my strawberries going. And those are just going to soak in some sugar and lemon juice. Grab a little bit of azúcar. Perfect. All right. The cookies are good. Yeah, let me go ahead and wash off those strawberries. It's been a few minutes. I think it's good. I'll go ahead and show you what they look like. Bless you. Oh yeah, you can already see all the stuff coming off of there. I think you can kind of see how like dirty the water is right here. Oh yeah, so these look good. And this really helps the strawberries last longer. I've noticed that they will last up to like almost an extra week if you wash them with this stuff. So we're gonna wash this like that. Just kind of get all that extra stuff off. Let me see if I can pick this up so you can see. We're gonna rinse off all these little things, of course, but I just want to see if you can see how dirty the water is. Oh yeah, you can definitely see how much dirt is on the bottom of that. Go ahead and take these and rinse them. And that's crazy to think how much dirt is still on the strawberries even after they're already at the store. Like you would think that they've already gone through a couple washes or something. Okay. That looks good. Let me get a couple of towels just to put on the bottom. Oh man, yeah, you can definitely see all the dirt in there. There we go. There we go. Now we have nice clean strawberries to work with. If you guys can get that, yeah. Let me show you what we're gonna do here. Oh man, this thing keeps playing my freaking ads. I need to log into the other one. All right, so right here, I'm gonna take a strawberry. Use your paring knife. Right, and we're gonna cut it in half, just like that. Get my trash bowl. I had a bowl. Oh, here I have a bag. I'll put it right here in this bag. I thought I had a bowl, but that's okay. There we go. And then we're gonna use this thing right here, and this is what's gonna cut it. And make sure you guys can see that. Yeah. So then you'll take these and you can stack them up like this. And that's what's going to give me this like dicey cut. All right. So they're going to get cut like this. We're going to put some sugar and some lemon juice. And it's going to make the strawberry filling. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep going with these. And I've done these a couple ways and like slices and stuff like that. But this is really the best way. At least that I found to do. Cut it in half. And these I kind of like to stack these. That way I can just cut down. There we go. And there's some that are a little bit bigger, so I can do those if I need to into thirds. And just stack them like that. Sometimes it's easier to just stack them, and then you can do the whole dice thing through the whole stack, and it'll make it a nice dice cut. Right, so once I have a couple, I'm going to take this guy. And it's important not to overload it, so I'm just going to do like 2 or 3, dump them in there. And this is going to be for the strawberry side of the Tres Leches cake. It has a filling. I don't know how many Tres Leches cakes have fillings, but mine does. I don't think I've ever seen one that has fillings, actually. This one is cut in half, so like half the layer is soaked. If you guys saw yesterday, or if you want to go back and check out the live from yesterday where we baked it off, half of it is soaked and half of it is not. Half of it's dry, so there way you get the best of both worlds. Cut this in half. Oh man, Ryan says, do you grow your own strawberries in the summertime, Mrs. Space? Are you allowed to grow flowers outdoors there too? No, I don't think we've ever tried strawberries. I had a lemon tree, but it died. I've never really tried to grow vegetables, like any fruits or vegetables. We probably should. I would, if I grew anything, I would grow herbs like rosemary and basil, parsley, sage. I'd probably want to grow all of those. I use a lot of rosemary actually. I probably would do really good buying and selling like bunches of rosemary too. That's gonna be something good that you can always do is if you know how to grow your own food. You'll never grow hungry. You'll be able to cook and feed people for a living all the time. You'll be able to survive for sure. Oh man, these things smell so good. Oh yeah. Look at all these little pieces. Oh yeah, this is looking good. So I'm going to do all of these for the filling for the middle, and then I have another batch of some fresh ones that we're going to do for the top. Because we are going to put some strawberries on the top. This is just what's going to be filled in. So I like the ones that are on top to be, the ones that are being filled in the middle. I like those to be just a little bit more ripe. So that way when I add the sugar and the lemon juice, it really like just softens them up. And if they're too ripe, then it won't work. So I like to use like super, super fresh ones for the top, but these that have been sitting for like a day or so, these are the ones that go in the middle. Oops. There we go. I thought I had a little piece of leaf on there. I try really hard. I mean, you can put the piece of leaf in there, but it's not going to be pretty. It'll be like biting into a leaf that is not meant to be eaten. It's definitely edible. I mean, you can eat the leaves, but I'm going to try to make sure I don't put any more leaves in here. Okay, so that's looking good. And some of these I can stack on top like that. It'll kind of help me just to not have to cut so many. Oh man, these little leaves are very. What is with this thing? This thing keeps stopping. Reclaim your confidence. I don't need to. I think I'm pretty confident. It's supposed to be a relaxation music. It's stressing me out. There we go. Oops. You know, that'll be a snack for the weenies. I don't know if Teddy likes strawberries. I was looking up some fruit that's good for dogs because apparently a lot of natural stuff will help them, like with their teeth and their fur, their coats. So I've been trying to experiment and see what the doggies like, what the weens will eat. Eddie likes bananas. I've given him bananas before. Oh yeah, that looks good. These are looking really, really good. Oops. Don't run away. Yeah, I wonder what the next flavor of Tres Leches is going to be. I don't know. I really think like a caramel. Something caramel with like maybe those little biscotti cookies. Or Biscoff cookies, whatever. I think it's Biscoff is the name of the one I'm thinking of. Biscotti is like the meal, like the bar or something like that. I don't know, it's something like a granola bar, I think. I think that's what I'm talking about. We are almost to the end. Let me get these last couple. I'm trying to cut off some of this white too, because that's not going to be very soft whenever I cut it. Or it's not going to be very soft once I add it to the cake. It's going to be a little tough. There we go. This is the most like tedious part, I feel like, is getting this filling. Is always doing the filling. There we go. But it's always worth it. It's definitely worth it. Okay, there we go. That's looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and crush the last of these. I think I'm gonna cut some of these in half because some of these are bigger than what I was thinking. Yeah, see some of these I think I want more of like a dice, not like a long piece of strawberry. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, I've been trying to find like different music, different uncopyrighted music that I can play in the background because they stop you for listening to anything around here. Oh yeah, there we go. So yeah, this one's gonna be for the better half Tres Leches. It's half cookies and cream, half strawberry. I also have some little shooters I'm gonna make for a birthday party. This will be my nephew's birthday party. The little baby. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, that looks good. Very nice. I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut a couple of these because they look a little too big. I think there was like a strawberry I missed in there somewhere. Yeah, see these long ones? I want them like half the size. I think I just missed a strawberry or something. Yeah, most of that looks good. All right. Get these last little pieces in there. All right, let's get rid of that for now. All right. And in here, we're going to take our lemon. We're going to put some lemon juice and a little bit of sugar. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then we're going to let this kind of just sit while we get our whipped cream together. Our whipped crema. Geez, this is a big lemon. Oh, wow. That has some chunky seeds. My goodness. Really chunky seeds. All right, let me get all these seeds out because I did not expect it to have so many freaking seeds. This is off of I think this was off of my sister's lemon tree. All right, so we have a couple pieces of lemon. Cut this off. Okay, perfect. All right, now we got our little pieces of lemon there. Okay. Just get in here. Get some sugar. So I'm gonna do a couple tablespoons here. Just make sure I got all the seeds. Yeah, that feels good. Mix that up. And this, we're gonna let it sit at room temperature. It doesn't have to be refrigerated for all those like juices to start coming out. All right, there we go. My spoon go. A little spoon. All right. And just a little bit more because it is a lot of strawberries in there. Cool. Make sure there's no seeds in that. Perfect. That looks good. Go ahead and give it one more mix and then we'll try it out. Make sure it's tasting good. It has enough sugar and lemon juice. Oh, yeah, it's already looking good. You can already see because they're so ripe that they're already starting to kind of form like a little juice, a little jugo. Oh yeah, that looks really good. It smells so good. All right. Get a little taster here. You never want to dip it into there, so I'll just take this, a couple pieces like that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a really good amount of both. It has a really, just like this light citrusy flavor. Very good. That's gonna be perfect. All right, cool. Go ahead and throw this out. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that up too. That's gonna sit boom right here. Awesome. Strawberries are done. Well, these strawberries are done. There we go. And like I said, you just let it sit for a few minutes at room temperature, and then you'll start seeing all the liquid start to come out of the strawberries and kind of make this little like jelly, I guess. Jelly syrup, a syrup. Yeah, syrup. Syrup's the word I'm looking for. All right, these are good. Put those to the side. All right, have my cookies. We're about to start the whipped cream next. So let me kind of reset and get this cleaned up, and then we will get the whipped cream out and we'll start making it All right, cool. I am going to need my spatula. Oh, you know what? I couldn't find my whisk, so we're gonna have to do it by hand. I forgot about that. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. We'll just do it by hand. I usually use my KitchenAid, but I haven't been able to find my whisk. I have like a whisk attachment, and I have no idea where it is. I was looking for it yesterday, and I could never find it. I don't know. I cleaned my kitchen, and all of a sudden, like half of my stuff disappeared. It's like a little elf lives here, and thought that it would be funny to move my stuff. Well, somebody tell my elf that it's not funny. My elf is not funny at all. Yeah, I have no idea where I could have put it. I usually just put it with the machine, but I don't know. For some reason, I did not this time. Okay, this is good. We don't need any more sugar. All right, cool, guys. I'll let me move you over here, because this is where we're going to finish. That's where we're going to finish the cake. These are some sugars and some other stuff I'm going to be working on later, so all that will be for the finished cake up here. I don't need this. Oh, here you go. This is the dry cake from yesterday, so that one's good and ready to go. Oh man, how is this thing getting wet? What the heck? This cord keeps getting wet on the camera. That's not good. Okay, there it goes. Much better. Okay, let me look one more time just to be sure that it's not in the regular places I usually use it. Yeah, I have no idea where it could have gone. Let's see. Where could my freaking mixer have gone? There's only so many places it could be, guys. There's only so many places. Not in there. Oh, and these are the chocolate chips. Actually, let me show you guys. These are the chocolate chips we're going to be using too. If you guys have ever seen those, check those out. They're actually very sensitive to like all the food allergies. So yeah, those are actually really good. Robinwood, what's up? Going with Jay. Hey. Cake is looking good. We're getting there. Hashel Ham, what's up? Brian Jeno. Love gloves. What's up, love gloves? Love gloves. Sorry, guys. I'm still looking for my attachment because I need to make the whipped cream, but I have no idea where my KitchenAid attachment was. Oh, you know what? I found my heart-shaped pan. This is the one I was also looking for yesterday, so hey, I guess I found that one for tomorrow, maybe? Let me keep looking in here. I know it's in here somewhere. There's no way that it's like disappeared. I don't know where else it could be. There's only so many places in the kitchen that it fits, and it's something like kind of big. Like you can't miss this thing. Oh, is that it? Oh, I found it. Shut up. Yes. Oh. Okay, awesome. Whew. All right, guys. Let's do it. Okay, cool. Now I just need the big thing over here. All right, perfect, guys. We are ready to rock and roll. Okay, cool. Let's bring you guys back over here. All right, now we're gonna make our whipped topping. How do I never get this thing on? Oh my god. This thing is the death of me. I hate this thing. There it goes. Okay. Then we put this part in. Awesome. Plug it in. Okay. Here we go. Now we're going to get our whipped topping, which is this country crock over here. Let me show you. Let me show you. We're going to be using this guy here. And then we're also going to be using some powdered sugar. So let me go ahead and get the powdered sugar out. Right here, Imperial sugar is the one I'm using. Clean this up. I'm going to put you guys on this side as you are in my way. Cool. All right, so we have this, and I need the vanilla. And a measuring cup. Oh yeah, we'll do a quarter. I think it takes like a closer to a third, but we'll kind of play with it and see. All right, so this part you do not want to rush. You can take your time with this. If you rush it, it's not going to be as creamy and as nice with the consistency. So we're going to put it on low, and it's just going to keep going. All right, so I'm going to put the whole thing in here. I'm actually going to end up making 2 of these, so I'll go ahead and put the first one. Actually, I wonder if I should just make one big batch. You know, I think I am. Yeah, let's go ahead and just double the batch. Let's do that. All right, that's good for the first one. Let me get a second one because I'm going to need a lot of whipped cream, so I might as well just make all of it instead of doing it into 2 batches, into 2 parts. And you can also like freeze your bowl or refrigerate it. That also kind of helps with just keeping it cold because you want it to stay cold for as long as possible. Alright, that's looking good. Go ahead and turn it on before I add anything. So I'm going to let it just kind of mix and start to get fluffy. And I have it on, let's say a 3. A 3 is good. A 3 is enough. It's not too slow and it's not whipping in too much air. So it's going to just whip it without it being too fluffy. And you'll see what I'm talking about if you've ever had cupcakes that is not like creamy or it's not smooth frosting. That's where this comes from. You gotta take your time. Take your time with it. Let it do its thing. I'm actually gonna get this ready. So I use a vase, and this is very nice because it's super sturdy. Let me see if I can show you guys. And all this is the plant cream I showed you, Mexican vanilla and powdered sugar. That's all that's in there. This is what I'm going to use to put the bag. So I have a 24-inch piping bag, and it's kind of hard to fill sometimes. So I use that because the vase is very, very sturdy, and it fits perfectly when I put these bags. Oh, these are my smaller bags. Darn it, I was looking for these. I have 12-inch and 24-inch, and I always mix them up. Okay, perfect. Here we go. These are the 24-inch. These are the really big. These are the big boys. So you can see how big it is. But yeah, I put it in here just like this, and then I can fill it pretty easy. And then just kind of pat it down as I go. So that's what that's going to be for. And you can already see it kind of starting to have a little bit of bubbles. But like I said, just let it go. It's just going to keep going and going and going while I get the rest of this ready. And I do like to let it sit just for a minute after it's already like whisked and done. I put it in the piping bags and then I put it in the fridge for just a little bit. All right, so while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and grab some mother strawberries because I'm going to need the strawberries that go on the top as well. I'll go ahead and get those going. Drop in the comments what you're having for dinner tonight. Who's making dinner? Are you tipping your cooks? Are you tipping your chefs? There we go. I'm just going to fill this thing back up while that keeps going. And like I said, don't rush it. Just let it keep going. Keep going. I'm going to change this music over here. I think that's because I'm in a different account. I'm not in my account that has, what do you call it? Like the no ads, the premium. Hey, you're at 4,500. Oh, nice. Wow, Space City's already at 4,500 subscribers, y'all. That's awesome. Ryan said he had lamb shawarma. Smells good. All right, let me put this that over there. Are we getting somewhere? Yeah, we're getting there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and add the vanilla and the sugar now. I want it to be fluffy, but I don't want to. Yeah, I want it to be fluffy, but I don't want to like deflate what is building right now with the sugar. So you have to just slowly add it into parts. So I'm gonna go ahead and take about, I say a tablespoon. We're gonna do probably 2 big tablespoons of vanilla because I love vanilla in this recipe, especially in that whipped cream. If all you have is the vanilla, like that's all you need, vanilla and sugar. And it tastes so 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 good. Get our measuring spoon. We'll go ahead and cut it off for just a second so I can pour this in. And we're gonna do 2 big ones. Now on the box, it does say to do a tablespoon for each one, but I know that it needs extra because I always end up adding extra. So I'm going to do about maybe a half. Yeah, like 2.5. Because I like just a little extra vanilla. But you can do it just whatever your taste preference is, whatever you like. Now I'm going to go ahead and raise it up to 4 and let that go. You can see it kind of slowly getting thicker. You don't want to put so much air at once because as fast as it as fast as it inflates real big, it'll deflate just as fast. So what we're doing is building like a really nice cream, slowly adding the air, and it's going to be a lot more smoother and silkier once it's finished. So we're going to let that just keep going. It's going to take probably closer to a 3/4 cup of sugar, but we'll slowly start feeding it in because I don't want to do too much. I don't ever like the whipped cream to be overly sweet because you already have the sugar from that's in the cake. First of all, the cake itself is sweet. You have the strawberries that are soaked in sugar and lime juice, so it balances out. But again, you have sugar, and then the only thing in here is vanilla and sugar. So you really want to be able to balance out how much sugar, because this is a sweet cake, but I don't want it to be so sweet that you don't enjoy it. So a lot of people have told me when they eat this cake, it's very light and it tastes not as heavy as a regular, like super dense cake with like a lot of frosting on it. So this is one that you can keep going back and back and back, and you don't feel guilty. You don't feel like your stomach is exploding. It just feels like it's really, really a good treat. At least that's what you guys say. I don't know if it's true, but I like it. This is the only Tres Leches I like. I've never been a fan of Tres Leches cake. To me, it's just like the wetness part is just not for me. But in this cake, I like it just because I do have half of the cake that's dry and half that's wet, so I always have enough of both to enjoy it. All right, that's looking good. Let's go ahead and add the first part. And do start with yeah, just a little bit more. Yeah, that's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. I'm kind of slow just so it mixes in. And again, we'll leave it on 4. And that's going to just do its thing. So it's pretty liquidy, so we're just going to leave it on and it's going to keep going. Branson's congrats, Space City. Hell yeah, I appreciate it. Homie says Space. Astral Ham says, is that some special Houston sauce? Oh, just vanilla. It's Mexican sauce. It's the Mexican vanilla. It's very different. It's very different. Real Madrid says, hey, Real Madrid, what's up? We're making some tres leches, so you guys are just gonna keep watching this go. It does take a while. Like all these little parts and steps, like they take so long. That's why this cake is just so intense. But it's always worth it in the very end. There's always people that give me such good feedback. So the more love you put into your food, the better it's always gonna taste. Just make sure you get a good night's rest. You stretch, because man, my back be hurting after shit like this. So it's part of getting older, guys. Just part of getting older. But I still got it. All right, let me go ahead and get these other strawberries. I'm going to get these clean too because that's going to be the tops. And these are like some really big, pretty ones. You guys can check those out. Look, upside down. Yeah, these are real big. These are the ones I saved for the top of it. So these are going to look real, real, real good. Go ahead and put all of them into the water. I made a fresh batch of the water with the cleaner. So these are just going to sit over here and soak while we finish the rest of the fillings and everything else. All right, let me go ahead and put some plastic on that one too. There we go. Oh yeah, it's getting there. It's thickening up. You can really start to see it kind of building now. It just takes a while, but oh yeah, smells so good. You can start to see all the bubbles. That's going to be nice and smooth. Oh yeah, the bowl is super cold. Super, super, super cold. These I'm going to leave because we have cookies to put with that one. So that's going to stay over there in the corner. I have the shooters ready to go, but we're only going to do the Tres Leches, and then I'll show you guys the shooters. I'll show you a picture of them when I'm done. I'll post that. But tonight we're only going to do the better half Tres Leches together. That way I can do other fun things. Yeah, this is getting there, guys. It's getting there. I'm going to leave this just in case I need some. While that's going, I'm going to go ahead and put the oil in for this because this will probably be done later tonight. Let me move that over. This, if you guys remember yesterday, we decarbed some bud in here. Ooh, that smells good. Oh yeah, it looks a little darker. Smells really good though. You go ahead and put the oil, and then that way it's just gonna keep going in there. We're doing avocado oil. I typically infuse MCT oil, which is refined coconut oil, or coconut oil. The only difference between MCT oil and coconut oil is going to be that the MCT oil is actually a liquid. It's not in a solid form like you see regular coconut oil, where if you put a little bit of heat in coconut oil, it'll start to melt. But overall, it's always going to stay a solid. So if you use MCT oil, it has the same amount of fat as the coconut oil because that's all it is basically. It's just refined to not stay in a solid state. So pretty cool that you can use it, both ways. I use it both as a solid sometimes when I'm cooking, and then I use the MCT oil. Sometimes you can also, I think, put that in drinks too. I don't recommend it though; it doesn't absorb very well. I think that it's better if you use sugar, if you use like can of sugar. But whatever floats your boat. So we're gonna take some of this. I think I'm gonna do a little bit over 1 cup, just because I want it to yield a cup. So we're gonna take this, measure that guy out. All right, so that's 1 cup. And like a quarter maybe, if that. And you can see that really starts to pick up, huh? It's looking really smooth. You see the bubbles really start to kind of dissipate. It had a lot of bubbles at first, and then now you see it kind of just slowly getting incorporated into there. It's exciting to see how it changes over a period of like 10 or 15 minutes doing that. Okay, so now the avocado oil is in there with the bud. This one we close it, and I think I posted this on my page, on my YouTube post. But this one you can get it off of Amazon. If you catch it on sale, you can get it for under $100. But it's gonna have all of the settings already made for you. So the first one is gonna be for CBD potent, THC potent, and then to infuse. So basically, what we're doing is you're heating up the bud to either extract the THC or the CBD, and either one. That's why it has different temperatures for different times. So what I did was I did mode 2. So the bud is THC potent. It went at 230 for 30 minutes. Now I'm going to infuse, which is mode 3. I'm going to infuse the avocado oil at 208 degrees Fahrenheit for 120 minutes. And then, of course, after that, you're going to strain it through a cheesecloth, and then that's going to get all of the plant matter separated for you. So right here, we're going to turn it on. I'm going to hit it twice, and it should be, I believe we said 208, yep, for 120 minutes. So right here at 208, I could check the time for 2 hours just to be sure. And then once it blinks, it's going to go ahead and know that I am selecting that mode, and then it's going to have a preheat setting. So it's going to heat up to a certain amount, and then that's when the time starts. So right now, the 2 hour mark has not started. You're going to want to wait at least like maybe 10 or 15 minutes or so, and then that's whenever this is going to be able to start that 2 hour timer. But the timer's not going to start until it's preheated. So you still have to count for that time if you're making edibles and don't have all day. You have to really time it right for how much time you have to infuse it and strain it and everything. Oh, this is looking good, guys. Look at that. You can see how much volume it's really picked up just kind of sitting there. There we go. Oh, yeah, guys. It's looking super good. I kind of want to taste it a little bit. Let's see if I can get my little taster again. I want to taste it and just see if I need to add any more vanilla. And I want to do it before it's finished, because once it's done, it's hard to incorporate it, because then you're going to be over mixing it, and you don't want to do that. So let me go ahead and I'm going to at least try it just to get a feel for the flavor. That's kind of looking good already. Look. I want it to be a little bit more thicker though, so we're going to let it go for a little bit more. Oh, wow, yeah. That's perfect. I think it has a good amount of sugar. I think I want just a little bit more vanilla. I don't know what it is with me and vanilla. I freaking love vanilla. We'll do probably another half. Yeah, I think the sweetness is there. It's just the vanilla needs a little bit more. Needs to be a little bit more pronounced. There we go. And we'll just let that keep going. It's almost done. You'll be able to tell when it's done whenever the whisk goes through the whipped cream and it's actually staying there, like it stays put. And that's what I want because when I'm putting it on the cake, I don't want it to just deflate and kind of like melt like ice cream. I want it to actually stand up like frosting and be really solid when I put it on there. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for even the sides a little bit more to kind of be moving with the rest of it. You kind of see it in the middle where you see the lines and stuff, and that's what I'm wanting to see on the outside as well, where it's like pulling it in because I really want it to just be sticking together and get really well incorporated. Yeah, I think we're good on the sugar. I think that was the last of the vanilla. We'll do a final taste, but you always want to taste everything that's going into it, so that's why I tried the strawberries. I've tried the whipped cream. The cookies I know are good because they're always cookies. The cake itself is pretty good as long as I don't mess up when I'm putting the egg whites and counting the liquid, because sometimes I've actually doubled the liquid or measure the liquid and just mess it up. So in the cake, it tells me in the recipe, say it's like 1 cup of coconut milk. That means that half of the coconut milk is going into the cake and the other half is for the liquid on the outside. So if I confuse those, then the cake is going to have too much liquid and it's going to be more like a pancake and it's not going to puff up and rise the way I want. So I have to be really careful when I'm measuring the liquid because I always have to try to double it or cut it in half depending on how much cake I'm making. And then I have to remember that half of whatever the amount is going to be in the outside of the cake, like once it's done. So sometimes it's hard to remember that, but you just keep doing it. You guys gotta just keep practicing. Everything that you do is a skill, so just keep practicing and you'll get good at everything. Oh man, this is looking good. I love that I don't rush it. Whenever you rush it, you can really see the difference where like it thickens up really fast, but then you see all these little like air pockets and holes. And this just looks like super creamy and just really silky. I'm really happy with the consistency. So we're gonna let that keep doing its thing and it's almost ready. So as soon as it's done, I'm gonna transfer it over to the piping bags. I'll have 2 piping bags. I'm gonna throw them in the fridge just for a few minutes while we get set up to do the filling and everything else. I'll show you guys the tips that I'm gonna use. So it'll be these over here. I always forget what number. But there's 2 of them that I really like. This is the one I think I'm going to use is a 356. This is the one we're going to use. And it's going to come out like a really nice star tip. But that's why I want it to be really like nice and thick and more like a frosting, because when I pipe this, I really want you to be able to see the lines in the piping and all the details. So hopefully that'll hopefully that will come out good. So I'm going to take this and put that in one. That means I can go ahead and put in the bags. The best way to do this is to take this bag and go ahead and put the tip in. That way it's ready to go. And then the bag that has the whipped cream is the one I cut and I'm inserting inside of this. So that way it's easier to change out tips as I go. Because each tip is going to have its own bag. And then I just take the whipped cream that's in its own bag and kind of just transfer it to the different ones. So it's a lot easier to do it like that, I found, than kind of, doing one bag with one tip, another bag with another tip, because I never know how much whipped cream I'm going to have left over. So it's just easier to put it in its own bag and cut it. Okay, so I do it just like that. You're going to cut the tip and make sure that it has just enough space to be able to see this. Okay. Hasselham says, have you guys ever used a lesson? I forgot how to say that. But no, I haven't actually. I can probably experiment with that one day. All right, but yeah, this one's good. And then the other one I'm going to be using is going to be this circle tip. You guys can find it. Oh, right here. The other one I'm going to be using is the circle tip, and this is what I'm going to be using for the parfait. I'll go ahead and put them in. And this is the easiest way to measure is like go right here and just put this in. I'm going to drop it in. And then wherever it lands, that's where I know I need to cut. Works almost every time. Sometimes you'll need to adjust it, but oops. Yeah, like that one wasn't good. That one I'm gonna need to do another bag because I cut too much too far. Even though I measured it, I don't know how I messed that up. Oops. How's it looking, guys? How's it looking? Oh yeah, she's almost there. It really does take a long time to make the whipped cream. I don't know really what takes longer, the whipped cream or the strawberries. I guess it depends how much you're doing. Okay, perfect. I got this one now too. Now we have this tip. Perfect. And then, like I said, we're going to just take our bag that's full of whipped cream and throw it inside of this. And then we'll be able to just type back and forth with whatever we have going on. All right. You're getting there. You're getting there, girl. All right. We'll go ahead and rinse out these other strawberries that I had over here. They've been sitting for a little while now. If they're ready to go. Mm-hmm. All right. So now my other strawberries are good to go too. Let me grab a napkin for those. Oops. Too many napkins. I'm just going to put them on the side. That way these can dry, and by the time I'm ready to use them, they'll be good to go. Okay, sorry guys. Had to run away real quick. Had to run away. Pastor Ham says it's supposed to make it easier for the body to absorb the THC. Oh, okay, I can see that. I can see how that would work. Oh man, I'm worried this has like a little too much sugar because it's not picking up anymore. Let's see if we go just a little bit more. Maybe crank it up one more. I feel like it stopped kind of picking up now. So I'll try to just get a little bit more. All right, I'll go ahead and get you guys set up over here because we're going to go ahead and start putting it together. And hopefully the whipped cream stays. Hopefully it stays. I think so. I think it'll be fine. Let's go ahead and do another little taste test here. See if I can grab some. Yeah. I think I grabbed some. There it goes. Oh yeah, that's good. Mm, that's really good. Let me go ahead and see if I like the feel of it. No, it's still too runny for me. I think we're gonna just have to crank it up a notch. I really need this to. I really need this to pick up. I'm really trying to make sure I don't put too much air at once. And it finally looks like it's starting to pick up. There we go. Yeah, now I can see it kind of coming off of the sides more. That's looking a lot better. There we go. Now that's looking a lot more better. A lot more better, a lot more better, a lot more better. There we go, guys. One more time. And we're also going to hand mix this too, so. Okay. Oh yeah, that feels a lot more. Oh yeah, that feels a lot better. It's not as like liquid. You see how it doesn't move anymore when I'm tilting the bowl? That's what I was worried about because it was just a little too liquid. Yeah, this looks good. That over there. Get this guy out of the way. All right, cool. I'm just gonna kind of fold it in, make sure it's all mixed really well. I'll show you right now what I was talking about with the. So when you do this, you see how it's like pretty nice, not too many little holes in there. That's how you know when it's some good whipped cream. There we go. Oh yeah, this looks really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and start filling up the first bag. Open this up. Put some gloves on. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. So where his face goes when you need him. He's in the potty, I think. All right, cool. There you go. All right, so this first bag is good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and just take it by the spoonful. Just like that. And do dollops. Make sure I press it all the way in there. And you don't want to fill it up all the way to the top because I need space to be able to tie it. So maybe one more little dollop and then I am good to tie. Yeah, one more little dollop in there. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to take this. Make sure I get all the air out. Just press it all the way down. All right, so now that we've got most of it pressed down like that, most of the air is gone. Right, all right. I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip it like that. And I'm going to tie these ends right here. Go. Make sure I don't get my nail stuck in there. All right, I'm gonna let that cool while I do the second one. All right, that one's cooling in the fridge. Let me get my second bag. And the same thing. I'll take this. There we go. And we'll start filling in the second bag. Just like that. And just push it all the way down. Oh, you don't have too many air gaps in there. And then I like to pick it up. Make sure you got all that filled up. Same thing. Yeah, I might need to put that in the last one more bag. I'll probably put that in like the little 12-inch bag real quick. Perfect. So get it down. Make sure you get all the air out. Right. No air gaps. All right. I'm gonna take this and flip it. And we're gonna tie these ends right here. And there we go. And get that last one. That one opened up. Let me do it again. That one didn't tie as good as the first one, I guess. Some tape on this one just to make sure it doesn't open up. I feel like it might, so I'll just get a little bit of tape on there. Yeah, there we go. Tape the bag shut. That way I know it's not going nowhere. All right. And take that one. That's good. Okay, and then I need the little 12-inch one. And that one I'm not going to be able to fill the same way, so I will fill it by hand. I'm just going to take it. This is the smaller one, so I'm just going to take it and open it. And I'm just gonna hold it kind of just like this. And that way I can use my hand kind of as like the scraper. Get that out of the way. Last little bit of everything. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come back. Come back, Jack. Come back. Might be able to put it on the side. See if I can scrape the rest of this up. All right, yeah. That's most of it. I'll say we got most of it out. There we go. And same thing, just run your fingers down. Make sure you got all of it in the bottom. There you go. Take this guy. Okay. I don't think I can tie this one as good, but it'll be somewhat tied. Maybe? No. Okay. Nice. Is the tape over there? I need the tape again. Keep messing this up. Yeah. I already hear Teddy. All right. We'll just tape that like that. That's the last of the whipped cream. All right, guys. Let's finally start assembly. Whew. Bring this down here. Oops. You guys can see what we're doing right here. Put you on this side. Goodness, there we go. All right. This is done. No more whipped cream. All right. Let's go ahead and take our cakes. This is the first one we're going to do. There we go. That's the first one, and then I have the second one over here too. All right, let's go ahead and get our fillings. We have our strawberry filling. Let me make sure you guys can see this really good. Now, I want to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing here. Perfect. All right, I got everything. Oh, cookies done. I have the cookies right here. Perfect. Put those right there. Awesome. Right. So let's go ahead and start. I'm gonna go ahead and lay the filling, and then we're gonna put the other cake on top. Actually, we'll do a little bit of layer of cream just so we know it stays there. Yeah, let's do this. All right, so we're gonna take this first one. And I'm gonna put it in this piping bag first so we can pipe the edges. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this. We'll cut the tip off. All right. And we're gonna put it inside of this one. Actually, no, I don't need the circle tip. Scratch the circle tip. All right, I'm just going to do it in a circle here like this. Go. I'm picking back in the fridge while I am not using. Oh, it's not in use. Okay. Then we're going to fill this part with cookies. Even more cookies than what it already has. Try to make sure I stay on this side with the cookies. Make sure I have a good amount of cookie in there. There we go. And then we're going to take some strawberries. Come on, strawberries. Come on. The plastic was on there really good. These are the strawberries that we just made. I'm going to take a little bit of these with the juice. Make sure I get the juice in there. Go ahead and make sure it's a nice, even layer. That way each bite has some strawberries in it. Make sure I pat it down. It's all nice and even. Trying to just make sure I fill in the strawberries in each little spot right here. Each little crack and crevice. Press it down, make sure it's nice and even so when I put the top it doesn't get all funky. Alright, that looks good. I think I'm going to do just a little bit more cookies on this side just to make sure the cake isn't lopsided. There we go. That's looking good. So that's going to be the middle right here. I was about to ask what that black that was on the cake with. I know you didn't burn it. No, these are Oreos. These are crushed Oreos. Right here. These are the gluten-free Oreos. Yes, the half and half cake. Half strawberry, half cookies and cream. Better half. Who has the better half? The world may never know. All right, cool. So this is looking good. Let me get the dry piece, which is in here. And I have to dig for it, so let me take this. I have to take a few of these. These are the pieces that are going into the shooters, so I'm supposed to take those off earlier. Go ahead and take this half. Just press it down a little bit because I want it to be nice and even. Oh yeah, that looks good. We'll need this in a couple minutes, so I'm trying not to mess it up. Okay. There it goes. And then I'm going to just cover this with plastic for now. Take this away. Okay, perfect. I got these covered for now. I'm gonna work on those shooters later. All right, so now we have this half and half right here. That looks good. I'll go ahead and take the tip. This is the one that we're gonna do on this top part. So I'm gonna go ahead and just spread out a nice even layer of whipped topping. We're gonna use our offset spatula. So I'm just gonna get, don't have to worry too much on the edge because I'm gonna put the border on there. Yeah, that's gonna be all border. I'm gonna take this and I just want to fill this in. I'm gonna take my spatula and kind of even. Well, actually, I might be able to just do it like that, pretty even. Yeah, I'm still gonna take my spatula. All right, so we're gonna do it like that. Fill that in a little bit. All right. That's looking good. There we go. That looks really, really good. So now that we have this, we can put our cinnamon. There's my cinnamon. There it is. Cinnamon. We're only going to do it on half, so I'm going to take a piece of parchment. And I'm going to fold it in half. And then in half again, just to make sure it's stable. There we go. And then we're going to cover. I'm going to cover this half so that way only the half with the strawberries gets the cinnamon. And don't be shy with the cinnamon. Really good with a lot of cinnamon. Cinnamon makes it. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks good. There you go. That's about half, right? I think so. Right, and then the same thing with the Oreos. So I'm gonna take another one. Should have just used the same one. Take this side, cover it. I'm gonna do these little cookies. That's looking good. That's looking good. All right. Let's go ahead and get the top piece. So we're gonna use this one. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of that. I'm gonna cut the rest of this part. Sorry, this whipped topping here. Yeah, because it needs to be a little wider. So There you go. Sorry, I'm trying to push this down so I can. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, so I can cut a little bit more of this bag just because I need it to be a little bit more wider for that tip. All right, so we're gonna cut this. Perfect. Take this one. We're gonna put our bag inside here. Whoa! There we go. Freaking fridge. Oh. Oh yeah. This is looking so good. One more there. Perfect. Now we're gonna go right here down the middle. We're getting there, guys. Then we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do whole cookies and whole strawberries. Sometimes I do half, but I think on these we're gonna go big. Let me put this in the fridge because I don't need any more of this. There we go. Right, so let's put some cookies on there. I think we'll do 3 cookies. Right. Then for the strawberries, we'll do 1, 2. Yeah, let's go ahead and just do 3 strawberries too. We need to dry them because they're still a little wet. But I wanted to make sure I got like some really, really pretty ones. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, let me get my paper towel. And I think I am going to go ahead and cut the tops of these strawberries because I don't like the tops on them. Sometimes I leave them, but I think for this one I do want to cut these tops because I want it to look really, really nice. So just like that. This one off too. Oh yeah, there we go, guys. There we go. And one last thing I wanted to put on, of course, was my edible glitter. You know, I love glitter. All right, let's see. Which one are we going to use? Oh, I do have some red. Let's do red since it's like Valentine's Day. Grab paper towel because I always mess this up. Right here. We're going to do a paper towel. Open this up. Put it on my brush. feel like you can't see it too much, but it's there. I just don't want it to be too. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. Now you can see it a little bit. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Let me see if I just put it like this. Will that come out better? This too. Strawberries. Pretty. All right. That looks so good, guys. All right, all right, all right. That's going to be it. Hopefully you guys can see the glitter and everything. We'll go ahead and get the top. We'll put the top on. That one's good to go. Where did I put the lids? Oh, they're underneath here. Duh. All right, let me grab one of these guys. And this should fit on there perfectly. I'm going to put it inside of a box too. And they're all locked in there. There you go. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I can't get it to stay though. I'm going to have to tape these down. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to tape it down. Oh well. Perfect. Well, alrighty guys. Appreciate y'all for coming in. I'm going to wrap this up and then we're going to go ahead and finish the last of this. The last of the cookies and stuff like that I have. Oh, I'm tired. Alright, I'll see you guys on the next one.